Hey, so I am back again with your Sunday Beanspiration. I know it's not Sunday, it's Monday, but I was so tired yesterday, guys. I could not bring you that low energy that I was experiencing. So I'm not perfect, right? But today is Monday and I'm still going to give you some Beanspiration. So today I want to talk about it's not all about you, okay? It is not all about you as much as you think it's all about you, right? And so oftentimes I'll just again I speak for myself. Um, we get caught up in our own lives, in our everyday. For me, I'm always thinking about what I have to do, what's on my plate. It could be stressful, or it could be even pleasant. But oftentimes, because of the way that we live, everything is so busy, 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 go, go, go. We tend to be preoccupied with what's going on with us, right? And I had an experience this weekend where I, took time out of my schedule and, everything that I had going on to support a friend because my friend needed support. And so in doing that, I recognized that not only was it a good feeling to be there for someone, but it was also, I was super blessed by it. Like I had a really, really good, relaxing time and I feel totally refreshed and recharged. And so in doing something for somebody else, I ended up, doing something for myself, and I wasn't focused on me. I had no sort of expectation for anything to be about me. And so it was super rewarding in that sense. And so that's where I, came up with that. It's not all about you if you take the time out to focus on doing something nice for other people when you are stressed, when you're concerned about what's going on with your life, when you're super preoccupied with you. If you take the time out to say, okay, it's not going to be all about me and I'm just going to do something kind for someone else, that actually is a good way to relieve stress and to relieve, just the burden of life as it could be at times. And so have you ever gone out of your way to do something nice for someone and you found that it was super rewarding, like it felt good to be able to do something nice? But then, I've had a lot of experiences when I've done something nice for someone else or good or selfless for someone else, and it hasn't been a good experience, like because either the person wasn't grateful, or I felt like they weren't grateful or appreciative, and I was caught up in that. But in that situation, I was also making it about me. So it's not about just doing something just to do it. It was about how did it make me feel. And so it doesn't really matter how it makes you feel. You should take that with a grain of salt, because I don't want you to think that you should just be a doormat and just give without some sort of caution and self preservation or protection. But what I'm saying is that it's helpful to do something for others without any expectation. And if you take out the me factor, like, how is it going to make me feel if I do this, and how, what am I going to experience out of this? It actually does make it a little bit more freeing, and it helps to make it more rewarding, actually. And so, of course, I wanted to add a scripture here. Again, I'm not an expert. I'm just a girl who loves God. And so, one of the scriptures, I have two today. One of the scriptures is coming from Proverbs 11:25, and it reads, "The generous will prosper, and those who refresh others will themselves be refreshed." And so it just basically, to me, my interpretation is that, if you give, it'll be given back to you. And we've heard that time and time again. You give, you get more. You give, you get more. And that's just how it works. But giving to others and allowing others to be refreshed will allow you to be refreshed. And just lifting a burden off of somebody else will allow a burden to be lifted off of you. And so it doesn't have to be something monetary. I think oftentimes we think of giving as money, but I think an even better, greater gift is time, is support in different ways. And so it doesn't always have to be about money. Charity is not about is not only about giving to the poor. Maybe on a legal level it is, but it's not only about giving to the poor, but it's also giving to people who are in need. So maybe you buy groceries for a stranger, even if they didn't need it. If you bring an extra cup of coffee for your coworker or whatever the case is, things like that where it's just thoughtful and it allows somebody to know that, wow, there's good people out there, and you never know what people are going through, that will allow you to, that the little gesture that you did can make a huge difference in their lives. And so, I know that my friend is going to have a great week because of the fact that some people took time out of their lives to be selfless, and, be helpful to her. And then so another scripture that I wanted to add is Hebrews chapter 7, verse 7. And it says, and without question, the person who has the power to give a blessing is greater than the one who is blessed. And so if you listen to that, having the power to give, right? Not everybody has anything to give, not even time, energy, wisdom. Like some people are just so burdened by life. It happens. Some people have it harder than others, that they don't really have anything to give. So if you have something to give, whatever it is, one, it's power, you have power, and then you are blessed. And it says that you are greater, but not greater as in you're better than somebody, but you have a greater blessing, like you have more. And so I thought that was awesome to think of it that way, that, I have power and I have more because I'm a giver. And so that is what I wanted to share with you today. So give freely, don't make it about you, which is very easy to do. Just make it about support and not really expecting anything in return. And I'm sure you're going to be super duper blessed. Thank you for spending time with me. Thank you for forgiving me that it's Monday. And I hope you have a wonderful, great, spectacular week.